I find that extremely annoying. Oh, wait, we're live. I just realized. And they can't hear you, so it's fine. Also, I've not put. Wait, can they hear? No, you're muted. Let me put you.
See, Evangeli Donut's already in the chat saying he's waiting for us both.
Right, we're live. Everyone can hear us. Hello, everyone.
Hello, mate. Hello. How is everyone?
Fucking terrible at this. Right. I'm Ash Mannix. I am your Lord and Master for today because I've decided randomly. And we're going to be playing some more Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Or Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And I'm joined today by the lovely, wonderful person that has a life, Pixel.
How have we been doing this for a few years and we're still this shit at it?
I do it almost on purpose. I just don't give a fuck. Like
It's better that way.
Yeah, honestly, when I watch your streams, so I feel like you're the closest analog to me, right? And
Probably, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
comparison,
me and
right?
you started at the same time, and
Yeah,
we have
and
very
like-
similar sort of ways of thinking about it.
But just like similar sizes of audience and similar experiences, because we kind of start at the same time and gaming and all that stuff. And so like when I watch you and there's Scuff, I fucking love it. Also, hello there, Eva J Donut. Yeah, off the cuff stuff, mate. Everything is off the cuff. I fucking half-arse all of this. Anyway, let me open my
My
I've
life's
started
off the cuff,
drinking.
man. Honestly,
Monster energy drink, and you know,
man.
it's-
That speaking of off the cuff scuff, like that fucking Balatro stream I did that other morning was so bad. Like
you're bad. You should give me a warning, man. I was like, fuck, I need to rear
oh, it's better this way. Keep you on your toes.
Because I'm like, oh shit, see this Monster energy drink. I know it's really bad for me. You can tell it's bad for me when you have to get an age check when you buy it in the store.
They check
but-
your age.
It says you need to be 16 or over or something to buy this.
Yeah, that's
Um,
because energy drinks can't be sold to kids. Which is
Well.
really funny considering the first time I came across Monster, it was in school.
I think that just proves their point, right? Stuff's
Right,
not
hello
good for you.
Valari Cantare and hello Crack Dealer. Yeah, well actually I don't have a bottle of water with me right now. Well, that's alright, I had some water before I came out.
I've got my bottle of water. I've got my big. The thing I like about energy drinks is their cans are quite big, and it tastes like Red Bull. And I like Red Bull. This is not good for my health. Do not drink Monster energy drinks. I'm gonna have to stop doing this and like switch back to like Coke Zero or something less toxic. But
Fuck
hello.
Evangeli Donut said, I remember energy drink vending machines in my school. That's insane.
In
But
America,
having said that, we had a Coke vending machine in my school, secondary school, and it was it's such a long time ago. It was back when a can of Coke cost 50p in a vending machine. Crazy to think about.
But also, I mean, that's more acceptable, right? But I've heard that in America, like, I mean, having vending machines of fizzy drinks in school is pretty dodge when you think about it. How bad they are for you. Wait, let me read through the chat. Hello, Valai Katari. Good evening. Sorry for rant about KVB. No problem, man. That was on the Discord. Crack Dealer. Why are you drinking piss? I like the taste of Monster piss. I don't know.
It's piss flavored, so don't worry.
Was in high school, yeah, good times. Right, let me let me just check that. Yeah, my controller's working. Right, let's get into this. Let me switch to the no avatar screen. Let's continue. I'm assuming this is where we're continuing from. Yeah.
All I remember is that we were checking the plane out.
So we checked the plane out, and then we got put off the case, and I think we were going out the plane, and then we
Oh,
were like,
yes.
we're gonna fight. So we meet the president, and then we have a fight with him.
Could you move your mouse cursor, please?
Where's my mouse cursor? Wait, where is
Right
it?
on Edgeworth's hair.
Oh, that's no. What's that? I have to have the window clicked, otherwise the controller doesn't work, which is annoying.
Do you play this in windowed mode?
Yes, because I like
I had
to have.
to do that with Balatro. No, I didn't want to, but it wouldn't work properly when I was doing it in full screen.
Some games they like lock your mouse to the screen, which really pisses me off. Some games don't, but also I like having this is windowed, so I have enough space on my monitor to have the YouTube chat like next to it. So that's why I do it. Right. Let us get into this. I trust you won't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President. I can't remember his voice. I can't remember what voice I do for him. You did Wang though, didn't you?
Sorry about that. Just give me a moment. And I was doing Wang, so I'll just go. "Rrr." Oh boy. I hereby officially and unreservedly confer my approval. What was he doing? Like,
He
we
got his
can
ass
investigate or
whooped.
not? Oh, yes.
We
Yes, I
had
do
mind
remember.
chess.
Mind
And
chess,
he
we
lost.
checkmated him. Consider it a gesture of the magnanimity and generosity for which my good office is known.
I'm glad that you
Bollocks and
got
ass.
tongue twisted that because usually I do it and you go, it's obviously magnanimity, and I shut the fuck up.
Magnanimity. Yes, for without noble...
What the fuck? That just skipped.
I missed that.
No, I didn't click. He's going on.
Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah.
it's like the
There can be
old
no other
bag shit.
outcome for our goals of lusty and hearts. Fuck you, people of Zhengfa. I swear to you here and now, this investigation will continue.
All that fucking bluster. He's doing an old bag where she starts ranting and then you don't have control
And you can't...
of the thing.
Yeah, the
But to
game
be
assumes
fair-
control.
You don't want to read her shit anyway. All that when he could have just said, okay, you got me. He's not going to admit it now. Mr. Knight. Sorry. If you would care to return the evidence. Did I do Knight? I think I...
You did, Knight.
Take it. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember the voices I give these people.
That was actually kind of it.
Case evidence retrieved from Mr. Knight. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. We showed it. Now the investigation can continue. Whatever. Enjoy your pocket full of pawns.
6 bullets.
So, so many chess fucking references. He's pointing a gun with his face. What the fuck is this guy doing?
The really, really bad trigger discipline.
I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play. Oh, I was trying to do a Otacon. Not
What?
Otacon, Ocelot.
Revolver
voice.
Ocelot.
Yeah.
Mate, what are you
I
talking
know, I remember last time I was trying to do that. Did I succeed? No.
No.
Then you will definitely enjoy my next move. Maybe I should go,
I want him to do the full. I want him to do the full like twist, twirling the revolver and like throwing it over his shoulder and stuff.
Oh my
He
God,
did that
would be
once.
amazing. He did, didn't he? Mr. President, one more favor, if you would be so kind.
What is it?
Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself?
Oh man, the Lion King here is not happy about anything, is he? Now you want me to testify?
I mean, that's how investigations go, and you are shot at. Whoa, that's your next move. If you want the president to testify, you'll have to take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. You will get his date in court soon enough. Ooh, that's a threat. But if a person of
Whoa.
interest refuses to cooperate at the investigative stage of the process, they are obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. This would never fly in real life.
I'm distracted by Valari Kantari in the chat saying, Cooksville, quintessential quintuplets is 2/5 too much thick and not a single petite or lolly. Look, man, I highly disagree, but also in season 2 they turned down the thickness a bit anyway.
Where's this coming from?
It's in the chat, man.
No, I know. I'm like, where's the subject come from? I'm asking Valari Guitar. Anyway, I need Valari Guitar. The quintessential quintuplets is fine. What fucking ballads? There's quintuplets. You can't have a random fucking lolly character out of them.
There is one. The main character's little sister. No one remembers her because you got the quintuplets themselves.
Oh yeah, and then the dad. The dad was funny. Wasn't the dad voiced
Oh, the
by
dad's hilarious.
like,
No.
Dio?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Kaguya-sama. His dad is voiced by Dio.
so good. Anyway, let's carry on.
Oh, I was and in ReZero, what's his name? The clown who owns the big mansion. He's also voiced by Dio.
The clown that owns the mansion.
The mansion, the big mansion that they live in. Roswell, that's it.
Oh,
He's also voiced by
shit.
Dia.
He's so weird. Anyway, that's... What's the matter? Is there something you'd rather we didn't know? My neck.
Stand down, knight. I'll do as the prosecutor asks.
The king has proclaimed.
Wow, my chest is that powerful.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Fuck you, and listen well.
I can't unsee what you look at every time he does that now.
It's because it's because of the way it's drawn. Like
It's
it
also the when he does it. It is a literal fuck you, right? It's like it's not a fuck you like just fuck you like a commoner. It's a fuck you because I'm more superior to you, right?
Also, no one ever points their index finger like that.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm like,
ha!
I have a point, you little peon. And
God,
people
it's so
think I'm
awkward
giving
to
the
do it
finger.
that way. But
I'll just be
it's
like,
way more natural to flip the bird.
yeah, but like, I'll do it to people that I couldn't get away with giving them a finger. You know what I mean? It's like a passive aggressive. I have a point to say, even though you look a Chuny or something, fucking acting like an anime character. Oh shit, testimony.
Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Fuck you. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang! A shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
I love how he's like literally talking to the ceiling.
Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. And then, the second shot.
Why is he breathing hard? Is he getting turned on by this? What is this?
The bullet went right through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing.
Man, that's a barefaced lie. There's no bulletproof vest that would cling to you like a skin tight outfit.
That part is definitely weird.
I guess if you look at it in one way, the president is also a victim here.
Duh, he was literally the attempt.
I mean,
the target of the assassination attempt.
Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
No, he was in the right place at the right time.
But that makes it even weirder. He was being the bodyguard. Yeah.
Exactly. By guarding the president, he did his job.
He was in the right... Yeah, what the fuck? Why would the target of a crime try to obstruct the investigation?
If there's bullshit involved.
My guess is that there's something behind all this that he doesn't want made public.
Oh, right, yeah. A cover-up, huh? I knew there was more to this case than meets the eye.
The president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
I didn't hear you say Knight. I think your mic died for a moment.
That's it. Knight. Wait, Knight. Oh, I should fucking pick up, Mike.
Yeah, there's some. Your noise gate is cutting you off a little bit there.
What the fuck is the settings in this fucking thing? Filters. Noise gate closed threshold. Is it the open threshold? Maybe I should a little bit. Night.
While you're figuring out your mic, Valara Kantara here has asked, "What is quintessential quintuplets about anyway?"
Wait. You complain about quintessential quintuplets, but you haven't even watched it. Come on.
He's totally the type of guy who'll just look at the artwork. Look, man, quintessential quintuplets is very simple. First thing we see is a wedding. Guy's getting married to a girl. Turns out the girl he's getting married to is one out of 5 sisters. And we don't know which one he's getting married to.
It's a mystery investigation. That's what it is. Sherlock
and then you basically watch a school love comedy where the dude is in the same class but teaching these 5 girls who are all sisters, quintuplets, and you try to figure out which one he gets married to in the end. You find out, and I'm very happy about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that you're happy
Like,
about the result. But
Crack
like,
Dealer says they suck at studying, and the guy teaches.
imagine that.
M.
Imagine teaching
Yeah.
a bunch of very attractive quintuplets who are your age when you were at school, and you're just like, they're like, oh,
And
we
they're
all
like
kind of
madly
like
rich
you.
living. They're madly rich living in this like fancy apartment, and the dude is dirt poor. His dad's in debt, and he's living in one of those really shit like wooden Tokyo apartments.
Not even an apartment. It's like a hut, man. It's like some rickety fucking old house. But also,
Crack Dealer says BS ending boo. Man, fuck off, right? He made a
Right.
decision.
we're not gonna ruin quintessential quintuplets on this stream, guys. I want people to watch it. It's good anime. Anyway, they had
It's
to
fun.
choose. Look, they had to choose one of the quintuplets, and a lot of people. Not everyone's going to be happy about whoever it was. Anyway, what the fuck? God damn it! Right,
Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. I don't need to read it out
No,
for
no,
this.
you don't
do
need
I?
to read it. No.
Right.
Oh, let's. Fuck! Why did I press him again? Ah, shit!
Go back.
Why isn't? Oh,
Wait,
Right.
it's your controller, right?
wait, it's because the mouse keeps fucking.
Throw
Give
the
me a
mouse
sec.
away.
No, it's because. I think it's this one. No,
That's present.
evidence. Right, it's this.
It's
No,
it's left
wait,
bumper, man.
RB?
L1.
LB.
Hold it!
Right.
It's always been LB in every game.
Man, what are you talking about? I don't. I've not played this game, in a long time.
I'm just saying, ever since the DS, it's been left trigger for press, right trigger for present.
I don't remember this. But also, I'm not playing on a DS. This feels very different to the DS. And how much would you describe the incident exactly?
Oh, you naive little man. Do you really think your silly, simple question will shake me?
No, I just want to answer you dumb shit.
I was involved in a craven attempt to silence me with cold steel.
What was the question? I missed that. I had to jump straight into his bullshit.
That is a... fuck, where is it? How would you describe the incident? I would also say that it wasn't cold steel. I would presume that the bullet was probably quite hot steel when it was coming towards you. Anyway.
And while I was speaking to my adoring public, no less. Sudden.
Oh wait, yeah. This is the thing.
Suddenly Rook and Knight jumped in front of me.
Hold it!
When they stepped in to protect you, were you aware of the fact that you were being targeted?
Was I aware of the... No, I was aware of my audience. Nothing else. When I step up to the podium, I enter another world entirely. A place of rapture. A place beyond words.
He is totally a cult leader, like you were saying last week.
Do you think his muscles are actually fake? I can't
I
imagine
hope that
someone.
when you defeat him, he just like deflates.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's called stage fright. I bet you were like a deer in headlights. What? That's not how I would
That's
necessarily
not how
interpret
stage
that.
fright works. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Practically
Ash,
talking about
bullet is
dodges,
lead
Anna.
and not steel. Wait, are bullets made out of lead? I
Normally,
mean,
you say
fill-
eat lead, right?
Yeah, but
Fill him
like
up with
that,
lead.
yeah, they're probably made of lead at some point, but are they still made of lead? I don't think they're all made of lead, right?
And you can get all sorts of stuff like uranium and fucking depleted uranium enriched bullets and all that sort of stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's
we're
military.
not
Those
inviting
are military
Americans
bullets,
to.
right? We're just talking about your average president. Shoot, oh god.
You can get like, I mean, it must be all over the place from BB bullets, like the little pellets, to whatever high power caliber you can get.
Why would they use lead? Wait, well, I'm gonna check as well. I don't
I'm
doubt
just saying
EVJ
to-
on it.
I'm just saying to Crack Dealer, talking about dojins is dangerous territory, mate.
So they can be made from lead, copper, steel,
Lead.
brass, polymer, rubber, and wax, right? So
What? Wax?
Well, different types, right? So lead, round nose. So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the most common one would be lead.
Look, man, it's fine. Bullets are
Right.
bullets. I do not care what they're made
No,
of.
mate, this is how I do my streams, right? They tell me something and then I have to look it up because I'm curious. Okay, let's carry on.
No, 1,000 times no. I remember every second. Each moment is indelibly etched in my memory. When Rook and I stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback.
Then bang, a shot rang out and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
We know the balloon blew. No, wait, it wasn't a balloon, it was the flag, wasn't it? Oh no, there was a balloon as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't a plain, unblemished balloon of red.
Wait, go back.
Let me push him on that.
Hold it!
About that red balloon.
Are you trying to test me, Mr. Prosecutor?
No, Mr. President. I simply wish to confirm what you remember.
Very well. There were two very large, very round balloons, one on either side of the stage. Their deep crimson hues stood stark against the sky, just as the security plan said they would.
So the security plan does have them as round balloons. But they were Silver Samurai balloons.
They do have red in them, but is that enough of a difference to be able to point out? The same security plan we found in the trash plan. Wait, there's two security plans.
No. There's the one which was updated.
But this is a photocopy, but I think this is the...
No, this was his mind palace trajectory of where it went. This was the one we found in the trash.
Red. The two balloons are shown on each side. Does it tell it? It doesn't say anything about the balloons. I don't think we have...
Rook and Knight leapt to my aid just before the balloon exploded.
Why?
So I think the balloon... What? Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane.
Hold it!
I like this music. This is great cross-examination music, and I think this is the regular one, is that?
I don't know. This sounds different. You said they tried to escort you back onto the plane.
Yes, that is exactly what I said.
I love
Fist
how he's-
bump.
No, he's
Oh, my
looking at his
bicep.
muscles. Yeah.
They threw open their attaché cases
That must be the moment Kay captured on camera.
and immediately moved to help me back onto the aircraft.
So sexy. Like his hard breathing is so weird.
It does strike me as like he's struggling with something.
Yeah, I joke about him getting horny, but it is like kind of... It's like, are you hyperventilating or something, mate?
He is. He's breathing in through his nose and then out of his mouth.
And then the second shot. Oh, shit.
Hold it!
Do you know where that second bullet went?
Is this how you treat a foreign dignitary? Or do you really think such needling questions necessary?
Whoa, what's he so upset about?
You know, he goes off on such a hard one that I immediately forget what the question was. Like, what set him off this time?
Then his job is working, right? I think that's the whole point. What we were asking him, where the second bullet went or something?
Must you insist on going over the same details again and again? Even my patience has its limits.
Mate, you haven't got any patience.
You know full well where it went.
Oh my god. That's such a bullshit Oh wait.
It's not, but at the same time, is that really what that question was? Please go back and check.
Do you know where that second bullet went?
Okay, yeah.
The bullet went through a rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. So that there's nothing against that. Okay, it's probably this one. It's something to do with the balloon.
Objection!
It was.
You say it was a plain red balloon that burst, but I strongly beg to differ.
Whoa.
Take a look
Fucking
at this.
fanboy.
I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you? What? He's
Why is
about
that
to
face?
barf his lunch?
What? Who is that?
It's the fucking Steel Samurai, man.
Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him.
Edgeworth, like, waving his little #1 Steel Samurai flag.
How do you
That
not
band
know
flag.
what Warhammer 40k is? It's the equivalent.
It is.
All hail the Emperor, you Xenos scum.
No, hang on, it's not really, because like Warhammer is this little, not little, big, genre, not genre, but like franchise, franchise. Whereas the Steel Samurai is a singular tokusatsu show.
No, but it's a massive franchise. It has multiple shows in the universe, multiple
Does it?
series. Yeah, it's got his kid and his bloody wife or some shit.
I don't know about that. I always saw them as just different shows.
No,
In
because
this-
like in the last case of the first game, when you go to the
Oh God!
embassy, they have the Steel Samurai
Oh,
husband
is this something
of
I
Tokyo or
forgot?
some shit, and then it's his wife, who's the pink princess or some shit, and then
Oh my
the
God.
baby, which is like just a doll or something. that they
I
use as a
did not
prop.
remember any of that, so strike what I said from the record.
It is now a series. Also,
It's a cinematic universe.
yes. Oh God, it's gonna tank after like 5 years.
10 years.
It's-
man.
10 years. Especially if you're hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. He's getting all fucking pissy about it. How dare you don't know what my thing is?
Well,
Yeah,
to be
you
fair,
did-
most cinematic universes tank after the first movie. The only ones I can think of that have succeeded are the Marvel universe, which went for like 10 years, the Godzilla movies, which have been surprisingly good, and Fast and Furious, which is also hilarious.
The thing is, the idea of a cinematic universe is relatively new, right?
Yes,
I
and
like-
it takes a lot of time to get going.
and they don't usually get planned out. I think it's a more recent thing where people are like, we're going to make this cinematic universe, and they're basing it on one movie, and then that movie tanks. But usually
That
people
is the
just
worst
put out,
way to do it.
Yeah, you just put out a movie and you go, that movie did really well. Fuck, we better make more of these.
They really should just do it like the way the Godzilla movies did it, where they sort of like did it by accident. It was great.
The thing is, you can't, if you're a big, if you're like Hollywood and you want to make shit tons of money, which, do you know, I was literally talking to a friend about this earlier today about Hollywood and the games industry. You put fuck tons, you have a big companies that have loads of people they hire, massive industries, a lot of money is being needed just to run the behemoth that is these companies, and they're like, we need to make all the money, right? We can't just make some money, we need to make all the money. And so they spend hundreds of millions of dollars in making games or movies. Like, some games are in the hundreds of millions, which is fucking ridiculous. And then you just need to make a shit ton of money back, and if it doesn't make $1 billion in the box office, you're fucked. And I'm like, $1 billion in the box office is fucking ridiculous to expect from like most movies that come out, right?
There are a couple of things I learned recently which struck me as quite surprising. First of all, Genshin Impact is apparently the most expensive game in history, with a budget so far of like $900 million or something like that.
It's a bit different because they keep
They keep
been
making
going
more
on
stuff,
for a while, and it's like, it's not like it cost $900 million before they
in
made
the initial, yeah.
yeah, like which is they do it in a more sustainable way, right? Unfortunately, it's a fucking gacha game, which is why it makes shit tons of money.
Oh, it
But,
makes
like-
shit tons of money as well. Yeah, it's fucking Genshin Impact after all.
So-
Yeah. Secondly, to address the chat, Evangeli Donuts talking about Super Robot Wars. Man, I would actually like to play Super Robot Wars games. Those are good. Imagine like all the mecha animes rolled into one, so you can have like Gundam Wing and like Martian Successor, Desco, Evangelion, all of that in a game.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely sounds really good. Sounds like a licensing nightmare, though.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of companies probably don't do stuff
Right.
like that, just because of the license.
On the topic of cinematic universes and specifically Marvel, I watched that Fantastic Four trailer. It does
There's
look
a
good.
trailer out.
Oh, there's a trailer, and
Oh,
the
no, I
most
saw someone
interesting
talking
thing,
about
the most interesting thing to me is that it looks like it's not set in the same universe as all the other Marvel movies, which might make it interesting in that it's not connected to them until maybe the last post-credit scene or something.
I think
I'm
that's
like,
a good thing, yeah.
That is a good thing. It's like,
No,
if you can
yeah.
watch it without the baggage of everything else, then you're like, man, this is fresh.
And it could be its own thing. It looked like I saw screenshots and little clips, and it looks like it's set in like a
It's in the
Jetsons, a
60s.
futuristic Jetsons type.
It is.
look
It's
to it,
actually set in
yeah.
the 1960s, though.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Retro
That's good.
futuristic. And lastly, Valeria Katara says, I bought Sonic 3 tickets and left without even watching it. I watched Sonic 3. I downloaded a copy and watched it. And it was actually surprisingly good. It started off a bit dull. I'm still not amazingly fond of them, but Jim Carrey always makes it worth watching. And this one had Jim Carrey, and honestly, the world was not ready for two Jim Carreys in one movie.
I have seen one clip from it. It's where two of them are dancing with lasers.
Yes.
And I that alone has made me think I need to watch the other two movies, and then I want to watch this bit because I want to see this bit because it's fucking hilarious.
I absolutely love what Jim Carrey has done. Like, he actually plays Robotnik accurately, but at the same time with his own Jim Carrey persona. Like, he is inimitable. No one can do Jim Carrey the way Jim Carrey does Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it's that sounds good. Manjetta saying Ash Sunrise owns quite a few of those franchises. Well, that's probably why it's easier to make. But also, Valari Kantari, I'm not a big fan of VNs. How dare you? How can you not be a massive fan of VNs? You're not in Blake Company. What's the fuck?
Oh, right. Evangeli Donut said, also, Cookstool, I put out a dub mod for SD Gundam Cross Race, which is basically Super Robot Wars but Gundam. Right. Actually, you reminded me. I need to, or rather, I want to re-download Blaze Blue Central Fiction on my PC. And I just need to do one mod, which is replace the Astral Finish BGM with the third game's Chrono Phantasma's one. I've not seen a mod for that online. I'm like, fuck it. Why do people have bad taste? So I'll have to make my own mod for that.
Make your own mod, yeah. Do it yourself.
It'll be dead simple. It'll just be replacing a music file.
Honestly, right? Sometimes I feel like saying that to people when they're like, the plugin I've made. People are like, oh, why? Can you do this? Can you do this? And there's one guy, I think it's one person, who's just like, oh, how come you can't do that? When I said to him, or I am assuming it's a he, it might be a she.
Just roll up your gloves, throw it on the floor, and say, "Do it your own damn self."
They're like, why can't you do it, right? I mean, it's not that hard. And I was like, have you ever actually done this for anything? I said, if you want, you can make the change and do a pull request, and I can have a look at it. And they fucking didn't say anything, right?
Oh, Evangeli Donut's offering to do it. It's alright, mate. I need to learn to do these things myself. It's in .pac format. And I imagine you just have to get the third game's one, get the audio file, and literally just drag it into the fourth game and rename it. It's probably that simple.
Mate.
What?
It's never that fucking simple. Not
I've
because
seen
what you
other
said.
audio
Not because what you said is wrong or anything. Because it's not. It's because something always happens where you have to fucking do another step, and that step ends up fucking you, where you have to actually convert it for some stupid reason because some bullshit in the game doesn't let you just do a straight copy paste. Like, that's the problem that always happens with tech shit, right? Trust me. There's always some bullshit.
Alright, pack is an archive. It's not the audio format. You need to extract the pack. Do you know what?
There you go.
I will look into this.
It's worth doing, man. It's worth.
I will try it myself.
Yes.
And then get back to you guys.
Anyway, let us continue the game.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you need to watch it. Jamming Ninja 2. He's amazing. There you go. There's another fucking offshoot. I don't know if it's an offshoot or a copycat. So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It was, in fact, of the Steel Samurai.
Brr.
Why are you so thingy about this?
Huh? But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons.
Mate, you were there. Didn't you look left and right?
No, but if the briefing mentioned that, then there's an incongruity between what was actually there and what was said, so that's a bit dodge.
Oh my god, Evangelic Donut says, today I've learned I have both Chrono Phantasma and Calamity Trigger. You have no idea how much my brothers and I were into Blaze Blue. Like, we played all of them. I haven't played the last one, story mode, but like, honestly, a VN series of that would be great because they're fighting games, but the VNs are substantial and lengthy.
Should I play them?
And good.
Should I? Maybe I should do a stream of them.
Well, imagine if you're playing a VN and then you have to do the boss fight.
Shit.
That's the only thing I think you would hate.
I have to fucking fight. Fuck. Games with gameplay? Fuck me.
You thought there was a Blaze Blue VN. There is, but it's like an alternate universe spin-off thing.
I'm actually tempted. There's a White Album, I think it's called. Might not be.
Oh, I've heard White Album 2 is really good.
Actually, it might not be White Album. It might be something else. But it's like a kind of detective-y. It's a VN, but it's like a mystery type thing. I think Evangelion Donut has maybe mentioned it because I feel like most of the VN recommendations I get is Evangelion Donut. I might look into that, but I'm trying to stop myself from starting new games because I've still got Island and I can't remember. I want to be a game dev to finish.
I'm amazed how long Island has gone on for. Blaze Blue
because
would
I
be
don't
very
play it for
lengthy.
weeks. No, it's because I just don't play it.
I would not say I would say approach with caution. Blaze Blue takes a long time. It's also very complicated from the get-go, but it is damn good. It's amazing because it is a fighting game, but the guy wanted to make an RPG, so they made a fighting game and then he just stuck a massive VN in it.
Right, well, guys, like, a question to the chat, right? I want to change the format of what I do here. I want to do one stream, like one stream that will be a long play of some game or something. But the other videos I do, I want them to be things that are new. I don't want to do all long stream playthroughs.
No need to do a long play. Don't worry about it.
No, but I definitely I'll do a long play of something on the go, just one thing, and then everything else I want to do other stuff. So if you have any ideas of what type of videos you'd like to, or you'd be half interested or you'd be slightly interested in me doing, I'm up for suggestions. You can suggest comment on the video. Anyone watching this, comment on the video or join the Discord and chat there, or whatever. Anyway, I'll let you read this. Have I lost Kixel?
Oh shit, sorry, I didn't realize that was my line.
And there they are, right on the security plan.
What was he saying?
That they were shown as just red balloons on the when they were talking about the plan. They do look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons.
Even if they were going to be complicated, they would just render them as a circle on the plan anyway.
But if they said they would just be plain red balloons, like it's not on the plan, the briefing.
That's red, yeah.
Yeah, that it's a inconsistency in what was planned and what was there, and that, you know, there's doubt, right, as to why questions as to why that was different.
This is also like something that I can imagine they wouldn't really feel the need to brief him on. Like if he thought it was a red balloon and then at the last minute they got Steel Samurai balloons, they're like, it's a fucking balloon, who cares?
Yeah, but when someone gets shot and any inconsistency should be investigated, I think.
Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself.
Wait, why? Why is he going to be responsible? Yes, Mr. President.
Came from the,
I
it came from the wrong side.
MGS2.
What?
Mr. President. No, did I say Orcon? I mean Ocelot in MGS2. Was it the end of MGS2?
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah, it's the ending of MGS1.
Oh, but he does it in 2 as well.
Of course, Mr. President.
It seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir. Borrowed? That's what we were told. Yes, they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, though. Why wouldn't you tell Wang, you dumbass? Seems there was a little trouble here on site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow. Oh, I need to fiddle with those imaginary nipples.
Oh, they've both got their eyes closed, imagining it.
What's it like to be loved? Anyway. So they swapped it as an emergency replacement. Yeah, one of the stall holders happened to have it. From what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. That's not
Oh, it's the butts.
assassin.
It's the butts.
Oh, fuck. A happy-go-lucky stall holder with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare. Huh. You know it. You know it's what's happening, Edgeworth. The
It
universe
smells
hates
bad, and you know what happens when things smell bad.
you. They filled just the bottom part with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloon. What? What?
Oh, so that's what they did.
So while it was a Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain red one above water. That is a lot of improvisation the day before. Also, I don't think that would work. Would it? If you tied it like that? I mean, it doesn't look like it's totally tied off.
What matters is where the air is pumped in from.
But wouldn't it float? Yeah, if the air is pumped in the red part, you're fine. It's still hacky as fuck.
Knight, why was I not informed of this?
It's not important enough to inform you, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfectly reasonable.
Sorry, sir, we didn't think it was a pressing issue.
Like, literally, when you've got a potential assassin in the crowds, right? Who gives a fuck what the balloon looks like?
And indeed, you saw it and knew no different, correct?
Yes, I suppose so.
Also, hello, Res1 Coder. Well, you've probably been watching this for a while, but also hello to you in chat on Twitch. Because you really have mistaken the Steel Samurai's pants for a plain red balloon. Yeah. Still,
Wait a minute.
Mr. President.
Wait a minute. What is the shape of the balloon on the other side?
Was it only one balloon that was the Steel Samurai?
Is it a
Oh,
round
was.
circle that goes up as a balloon, or is it like, because the Steel Samurai's red bit is like a long
Ovally shape.
No, it'll be like a trouser sort of thing, right? So how does it end?
No, they showed the picture. It looked like an well. Good point. Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon.
Of course.
He says to the ceiling.
He's just realized something.
What's that outburst for?
Now I remember. I could barely see the balloon.
Right?
You couldn't see it?
That's right. The wind was blowing too hard.
What wind? I've not heard about it.
Why would you not be able to see the balloon if the...
The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view.
That doesn't make
Okay.
any sense.
kind of, maybe, because there was a flag with a bullet hole in it. There were flags
right,
flying
yeah.
there.
Forgot about that. That was like 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
First
you can
case,
see-
guys. First case.
You know, maybe I should do more regular streams, but at the same time, I don't want to do it. Anyway,
How can you get
n-
more regular than a week? It's weekly.
no, you
it's
can
fine.
just do one every day. Not for this, but just other games. Anyway, is that so? Yeah, there were the flags there.
Yes, those two flags. They were being blown back towards me.
Wait a minute. Then how did that get?
How'd it get a bullet in it then? Because they would have been
Yeah.
blowing to the right, bottom right. There would have been a strong wind blowing right around the time of the incident.
Yeah, that doesn't
Strong
hold
enough.
water.
Strong. It holds air though. Strong enough to blow the flags in such a fashion. But does that conflict in any way with our understanding of the case? Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Look at this smug ass face. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction.
It
Has, and that also explains to me how he got shot in the armpit.
Wait, what? How?
If the wind was blowing that way, then the shooter's not in the crowd, but it's coming from the side.
Which armpit was he shot in?
The left
right or the
armpit.
left?
The left armpit.
But the bullet, the way it hit, right, we'll see. Yes, a contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. When I arrived in the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags as the President describes, a certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. Which piece of evidence contradicts the stated conditions of the stage at the time of the incident?
It's very
Where's the
simple if you
flag?
look down there.
Where's the flag thing?
No, the plan on the bottom left.
Oh wait, that one. Yeah.
You see now.
Take that!
Earlier we deduced that the bullet that struck the Steel Samurai balloon and the bullet that passed through the flag were one and the same. From these two things, we further deduce the trajectory that the bullet must have taken. And we concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the flags were blowing as the president describes, our conclusion becomes quite different. No way! If the flags were pointed in the other direction... Exactly. Our trajectory changes completely. Oh yeah, that could... you could shoot from there, hit the balloon.
There's only one person who can have done it now.
No. Because they would have had to have been in the bottom here, right? To shoot through the balloon.
No. Think about where the shot came from.
So the shot would have had to kill. Let's go back. I mean, the shot would have had to come through here, right?
I'm talking about with Rook, where the shot came from for him.
Where was he
stationed? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Was he stationed here?
No, he was stationed on the other side. Now we know that after the first shot happened, they both manned up to protect Mr. President Dude, and then Rook was shot in the armpit.
Yeah, but that couldn't have hit the president because he's here, right? It would have had to go through either through the president or right into Rook. So this first bullet might have gone into Rook.
Well, first of all, that first shot, looking at those X's, should have hit him, but it didn't. Right, unless it clipped his ear like the actual president now.
No, so that may have hit the president. Remember, he had a bullet lodged in his...
You think the first one got lodged?
Yeah, and then the second one, because Rook is here, right? Like, that wouldn't have hit him before hitting the president. How did the president get a bullet?
Are you not taking the insinuation I'm making here? I'm saying that the guard on the right-hand side is the one who did this. That's my presumption. Because if he's standing there and then he fired a shot first, he could have done a shot going this way, from the arena outwards, through the flag and then the balloon. And then, while everyone's like, where'd that come from, manning up, then he can have done a shot this way, which would have taken out Rook.
When you say this way, it's funny because I can't see your mouse. But yeah, I know what you're saying. So the first shot, he shot outward as a misdirection shot.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and shoots Rook. Oof.
Now, I don't know why he would have done that, but this is the assumption I'm working with.
We need the motive now. Well, we need to do a lot of joining the dots before we get there. And if
I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know anything about this game.
I'm pretty sure that guy's Dodge. So, or the president. Maybe the president shot Rook.
It could also be the president. I highly doubt it, but maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
There's also the fact that he's trying to hide it.
in on it, right?
Maybe.
So the president and what's his face? They were. So the president and Knight were in on it, and Rook was like innocent and not in whatever. Have you ever seen one of the Die Hards? Die Hard 1, is that the one that at the airport?
No, Die Hard 2 is the airport, but I have actually watched that. I watched that recently.
So Die Hard 2 is like, so there's a bunch of guys in a van, right? It's guys for the army or something, and all of them are crooked.
Unknown,
one of them's a new guy, and he doesn't know what's going on, and they shoot him. They
cut his throat, and it's because he wasn't one of the original team, because that guy was sick, and because he was sick, this guy was assigned as the backup. And
they're in the army, right? And it's like, is no one going to ask about what the fuck happened to him? But whatever, right? I felt really bad for him. He was just like a newbie. So anyway, that's what this might be. That Rook wasn't in on the fucking dodgy shit that might have been going on. Whereas
Evangeli Donut says he doesn't want to spoil anything since he's beaten the game. That's fine. I don't know anything about this game. I never played it. I wanted to play it, and well, that's why we're here.
And if we trace that trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot. Wait, but Mr. Edgeworth, that would mean... Yes, I know, we may not yet understand the reason why, but can only have been one person who did it. Who does the bullet's new trajectory implicate as the one that fired the shot? So we're assuming it was going outwards.
Yeah, Knight.
Take that!
The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. So, if you don't have a bullet wound, you're probably the one firing the bullet. We never found.
Yeah, he's got a neck wound.
Maybe got shot in the neck. Bullet trajectory data updated.
But the guy's one of the president's bodyguards.
Come on.
Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons?
Maybe he doesn't like the Steel Samurai.
This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply?
I'm trying to imply that Knight is crooked.
That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin.
Has he saved your life countless times? We have only seen him get throttled.
Has he been has he been your bodyguard for a long time? Why is he a foreigner? Seriously, Edgeworth, we've put up with a lot from you, but this? We're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces put on the board to protect the king.
I'll handle this, Knight. You're not as good at chess as I am.
Sorry, sir.
I like that he backed off the screen.
Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. But the wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. Proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during that crucial moment.
Check the pictures.
But also, Evangelion Donut saying SWAT. Yeah, sorry, they were the SWAT team, not the
Oh no,
military.
wait, hang on. No, the microphone recording. I think there'll be a part where she says it's blowing wind now.
But it doesn't
Either
show
that
the
or check the
direction.
photos. Yeah, good point.
We need the direction, so let's... There.
Yeah.
That's a flag, right? Yeah. I think that's the flag?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So what did the laser sight on his head?
The laser sight could have been coming from anywhere, though. It's just like on his head.
But
You
it's
could be
not.
at any
If we're
angle.
implicating Mr. Knight in this, then it can't have been him doing the laser sight on his head right now.
No, I mean, he didn't, like...
Unless
Mr.
he's
Knight...
got a, like, unless he's like out of his shoulder or something. I don't know.
No, Mr. Knight wasn't trying to kill the president, right?
I think that's what we're implying here.
No. He shot outwards.
Yeah, he shot outwards the first shot, and then the second shot was to take out Rook, I suppose. But the bullet lodged in the body armor that the president's wearing, so I don't know. But who's doing this laser is what I'm saying.
Well, not Mr. Knight.
That cannot be him unless he's like holding his gun backwards behind that briefcase.
The first shot was fired right around the time the president raised his fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows just that. Wait, was he raising his fist at that point? That's when he was raising it, though. I don't know. Like, that's the one we're talking about. I'm assuming it's that. Fuck it. Perhaps it can also show us what was happening with the flag then, too.
Take that!
Your proof is in this picture right here. Wait.
What picture?
This should be good. Which picture? Where?
Oh shit. You can see which way the flag was really blowing right here. Ah, it chooses the picture.
Take that!
Well, do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? There we have it. You don't know how to breathe properly. That's your problem. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting.
It's true, it really does start hyperventilating once anything happens.
So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon.
Making him the assassin? Mr. Knight. is
No, he
not
can't be the assassin.
Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss. I mean,
Not to mention, he can't turn his head that way.
Well, that's true, but also, I mean, you would have had to turn the whole body. But if he shot the president on stage, it's a stupid. There's no way you would have escaped from that one. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss. Yeah. Besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point?
You said it
Cause a
earlier.
distraction.
Misdirect. Yeah.
And watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next. Mate, you can't just aim your gun at a fucking prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
You've.
Evangeli Donut says Evelyn is thick. Who's Evelyn?
Right, first of all, Evangeli says, look at the picture of Kay for a second.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
there's a
about
laser.
that.
Like, we established
that-
this to be...
Tabby
what's her
Lloyd.
face? Tabby Lloyd. It's like, why have you got a laser?
I forgot about that one.
There was a point, I'm sure of it. Oh, you don't know for sure. Very good. If I can figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest.
Maybe
So
it
you're
was
gonna
like
guess.
a joint effort.
Knight definitely shot the balloon.
Evelyn is from ZZZ, just a picture I saw. Oh, right, yeah. I'm still not playing Zenless Zones Zero. Even though it is very interesting.
That fact alone changes everything about the case.
Was that logic? Oh, never mind. Logical
Yeah.
thinking.
So we have Knight shot the balloon, Knight's position. Knight can't turn his head to the right, so he was moved to the right side of the stage. Wait,
But
what?
What does it say for Night Shot the Balloon?
The revised trajectory data shows that Knight shot the right side of the balloon. Wait, he can't turn his... He can't turn his head to the right, though.
Indeed.
No, he didn't shoot to the right. The right side of the balloon.
The right side balloon. The balloon on the right side from
Oh,
where
yeah,
we're
but
looking
that
from.
was his left. That was his left.
That was his
looking
left, yes.
I'm assuming it's these two. What does this tell us? It doesn't tell us anything. Why did Knight's assigned position change? I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. None of this explains why he shot the balloon, though. It explains how he was in the right position to shoot it. But is that the only reason? What? Let us suppose that the plan hadn't changed, that Knight had remained posted on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even have been able to shoot the balloon closest to him? I mean, no. Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? Wait, maybe, yeah, so it was misdirection because if you shoot a balloon, it would cause a big noise.
I mean, the balloon would burst and people are like, oh, gunshot.
Run!
Yeah.
I mean, I'd fucking,
Panic.
mate,
Yeah.
if I had a gunshot, I'd be like, first of all, I'd be like, what is that noise? Is that a firework? Because I'm not familiar with gunshots in the UK, right? Like, you're not familiar with, like, live gunshots, right? Outside of video games and movies.
Oh, my brothers and I do a different thing. Like, if we hear fireworks or something going off in the background, we're like, oh, there's a shooting going on.
That's because you're a cynical asshole. And if we suppose that to be the case, the two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Wasn't it reorganized because he couldn't look to the right anyway and would have been terrible as a bodyguard?
That's what he's saying. He's saying that the change was done so that he could pop the balloon on the other side because he couldn't go for the left balloon this time.
Yeah, but you could also equally say that he was moved to that side so that he could cover that whole area as a guard.
Right, so
Right?
Evangeli Donut says, I'm missing Peak. I do need to play ZZZ a bit more. I did enjoy it the time I played it. And he also says he's been shot at and it was disorientating.
So I think if you're shot at, that's very different. You would be able
To just hearing a shooting.
You would shit yourself, right? If you were shot at. I'm just talking about if you're like in the house and you hear shots outside, like from a distance. You'd be like, is that fireworks or something? Like, we wouldn't be able to tell. We'd be like, what's that loud bang? Was it an explosion or something? Because
Also,
we're just
stay
not
safe,
used to
man.
it.
USA is crazy sometimes.
I mean, US is crazy all the time, so always stay safe. Um, I, I don't even understand that. Anyway, yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Oh, that's right. The president was the one who ordered the change, was it?
I don't remember
That's
that,
dodge.
but okay. So then this was all orchestrated by the president?
Wait, where did that flash come from?
That's what this is saying, that he orchestrated all of this.
He orchestrated his own assassination attempt. What the fuck is this logic supposed to tell me? If I'm reading this right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting, which means he must have had foreknowledge he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. And if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? And why would they then carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing?
Yeah, red is not the best color if you want to get away afterwards.
Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant? I mean, yeah, they weren't that far away. You didn't need a fucking laser. And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a direct hit to his vest? It was a bulletproof vest?
No, as in like he should have felt some kickback or something, right? So maybe
he wasn't
maybe
wearing
the vest, maybe the vest was a plant. Maybe he already had one with a bullet in it.
Or he wasn't wearing it at all?
I mean, I don't believe he was wearing a vest at all, given his physique.
These are the questions
Point
at
it.
night and the president don't
Point.
want us to consider. Wait, what?
Point at him. Go on, Edgeworth. You know you want to point.
Mate, what the I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Point at
It's
what?
Edgeworth.
And you're
He's going
I know
to
what you're
point
saying. There is only one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun.
There we go.
To create the illusion of an assassination attempt.
So when Edgeworth is framed right on the left like that, then that's when he's going to do the point. The big dramatic point.
I'm just gonna comment on the chat. Yes, Valari Katari, I have seen the Big Book of British Smiles from The Simpsons.
I have not.
Okay. You feel you've got terrible teeth, then you should get them cleaned, man. Idiot, you do understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you are so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden.
How dare you speak to me that way? Is there some sort of sick joke?
Look at my pecs.
Huff,
Be
huff,
distracted
huff.
by my pecs.
Look
at
how
them.
much he's sweating.
That suit better soak it up, man. Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. It is simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning that nobody
I
else in the
love
world
that.
can use.
I love that truth, logic, and reasoning is highlighted in Zelda text.
Nothing more. Should be in red text, do an echo style. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again. He did? Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. What? As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit. Wouldn't the first shot have done that?
No, because the president was not hit, then they had gotten their briefcases out, so people could still see him there.
So then, what's the deal with the one in the vest? I'm willing to bet that bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred.
Thank you.
He's about to vomit his breakfast again.
I really want him to deflate.
So, Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all. This is all fucking...
This is hilarious.
circumstantial, right? We don't have, like, definitive proof that that was planted. Like, we just have bits of evidence. I don't know, man.
That's not true. I was shot, I tell you.
We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at the bullet.
Yeah, time for rifling marks, which we learned
No.
last week can be bullshit.
Now, they were smart, if they did plan all of this, they could very easily have used the same gun that was going to be used in this assassination bullshit attempt to shoot that bulletproof vest. Therefore, the bullet would have some sort of matching markings, right? If they had half a brain, they would have done that. Anyway,
I like this one though.
at the very least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct? Oh, shit.
So that's pretty good. Unless when they were planting it, they shot it through him just to be extra thorough.
What, they shot it through him the day before, told him to stand there, pretend he's not shot, and then they shot him again? Just fucking hell.
But you said it yourself. You found the shooter in a photograph. The person with the red hood.
Shit, the red hood.
Objection!
Little,
Nice.
like, Red Riding Hood. I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter. Mr. Knight. We're not going to entertain that someone was in the bushes shooting through the bushes? Then where does Tabby fit in all this? Oh my god, she's been there.
That plant.
We've been luckily not having to talk to her. She was simply one part of their plan. In order to place a suspicion elsewhere, they set about creating a fake assassin. The highly suspicious person with the red hood.
Oh wait, hang on a second. So maybe all of this was orchestrated to get Shelly to kill her, like, away. Because, like, if he's dead, then he doesn't have to kill him.
But then he'd just come another time. You'd find out he's not dead come some other time to try and kill him.
I
So
know,
he's
it's
just
not
delaying.
the best. It's not the best idea.
I have yet to ascertain exactly how complicit Miss Lloyd was in the whole scheme. But I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president. That's right, then Fuck, I forgot her.
I
Oh,
forgot she
God.
was here.
I know it was great, wasn't it? Tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd flew into a panic, yes. Thus making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in the blink of an eye. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into thin air.
But then the case would have gone cold.
Exactly what our friends here were hoping for. Makes sense now why they wanted you off the case.
And I would have gone away with it if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutor.
Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself.
God!
Oh,
He
fuck
did deflate.
yes!
He
He
did
did
deflate.
deflate!
I called.
Ah! Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
No.
What is
it,
Clayface? What the fuck?
You fucking knocked the wind out of him.
The presidential mask as well and truly slipped. How'd you make that mask? I want to learn that skill. Can you
Buff
imagine?
no jutsu.
I could look like a fucking super ripped dude. Admit it, the entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it?
I'm so glad he actually did deflate. Oh, if that stupid chief prosecutor had insisted on deciding you.
Just look at him, what the fuck?
He looks so crap. Oh, how could I let this happen?
What? How'd you do this?
Objection!
Yeah. Whoa, who was... Whoa, that is a well different voice than I was expecting.
I mean, it always is.
Wait a minute, he has a voice?
That's enough, Edgeworth.
Then Jelly Donut says his Botox came out.
Leaked out of his ass.
Man, I have been talking about this with my wife. Right? Like, when we see stars who have had, like, plastic surgery and that, God, they always look fucking terrible. Always. Like, I can't think of a single one that worked out in their favor.
You know, the hardest thing in life is just to try and keep healthy. And if you keep relatively healthy, you'll look fine, right? you can look pretty good into your old age. There's certain things that you can't do, like hair loss as a man. There's some things that you can't. I mean, I suppose you can get surgery, but like you just look better if you age naturally.
Yes.
And if you live-
100%. A naturally aged person growing old gracefully will always look superior to someone who is trying to fake youth.
And the thing is, we haven't got surgery or technology good enough to make you look properly young without any telltale signs. We're not there yet. Maybe one day we'll be able to like genetically de-age people. I think.
Well,
that's a possibility.
Evangeli Donut says that millennials, that's us, age better than other generations. So apparently we've won the genetic lottery on this.
No. It's not a genetic lottery. Do you know why we age better?
Why?
Well, I think we age better because we do fuck all. The generations before us used to go outside and have to do shit, right? We sit inside and fucking sit on our computers and shit. And we're like, oh, I can't go out in the sun. And you know, if you don't go out in the sun that much, your age, it does good for your. It's good for your skin to not have too much sun. Sun ages you fast.
Well, let's see what happens once we start reaching old age.
We are reaching. What the fuck are you talking about? We're all old.
We're not that old yet, man. I'm talking
Yeah, we're
about
not in our
actual
80s.
old age.
But like anyone that reaches their 80s sucks ass, right? There's nothing that can save you from that, mate. But anyway, this is your line.
Mr. Knight.
I do like that I can weaken his voice now. Thank God.
Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. I tell people my age. I think I told people at my work my age, and they're like, "Really?" And I was like, "Oh, behave." Were you surprised? You're surprised? Oh, you thought I was younger. Oh, compliments will get you everywhere.
I've actually forgotten my age.
That's because you're ancient. You don't want to remember it.
6 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves.
Yeah, well,
Please
I'm
tell me
doing
we
my...
keep him.
Well, I'm doing my job as a knight and protecting my king. Okay. He's doing it.
He's doing it.
Oh
yes.
my days. So go ahead.
Ocelots.
keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words. Mate, why? He's got the gun. What are you gonna do? He wouldn't, would he? I mean, he has diplomatic immunity on his plane, maybe. Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up.
When you keep balancing on that trigger, mate, it makes me feel nervous, and I'm in a completely different dimension to you.
Alright, my move. Route to H12 or something. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How'd you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? There was 10
Thousands.
people there.
Yeah, it looked like 20 people max.
An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. Wait, you know? I don't know. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. The briefcase. A certain something, huh? Mighty specific. What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd?
The briefcase is in the
Do
photo.
we there we go.
Take that!
My attaché. Why did you just call it a briefcase?
I say briefcase. They say attaché case.
Is that an American thing or is that like...
It might be an
Right.
American thing. I'm used to saying briefcase.
Yes, take a look at Kay's photograph.
I'm gonna look this up.
Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. Oh yeah, look, he clearly is holding something. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun. And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
I mean, wouldn't people
See, he's
hear
got
the
a voice.
blast? Objection! You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? I feel
Oh my
like the
God.
world is like that. It gets so pissy with facts.
So I've just looked up attaché case, right? And I found a place called Swain, London that it goes, elevate your professional journey with our iconic attaché briefcases. So now they've merged the two. Also, they range fucking way too expensive. £2,000 for a briefcase, fuck off.
What a steal, man! What a steal! That thing better be able to stop bullets for me.
Yeah, like their ones, if it's bulletproof, then okay. Yeah. Don't need a bulletproof one, though. I need something stab-proof.
If it's bulletproof,
It should be
more than
stab-proof?
It's more than likely, though, not necessarily. Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Noticed what? That theories are all you have. Conjectures, nothing more. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You were saying this a while ago.
Yeah, I thought you would, like, pipe in if I was wrong, being the big lawyer dude. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment. I hid my gun with my attaché case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. Wait, no, that makes sense. It's all just speculation. Circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it.
Wait, you actually said you changed the security plan because you couldn't turn your head. That part was substantiated by you.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that last bit, why would you mention it? If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. Why would you say this not knowing if they have the bullet or not? Like, I know we haven't explicitly said we found the bullet, but they might find it in the future. Why would you fucking say this? But no, that bullet's at the bottom of the lake. You gonna go dredge it up? Why would you say this? I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. You could literally just get a couple of divers to go down to the bottom of the lake. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Hold it!
It was,
Oh,
it was
God.
Hold it! That's what she said.
Hold it, y'all. I need to get a fucking shit coin and...
Keep trying your American accent.
It's not it's Southern. Fuck you. Right? It's specific. It's not just American. All
You
Americans
gotta
don't
get
talk
that
like
southern drawl.
that. Mate, I can't do it. I admit I can't do an American accent, and I especially can't do a South. It's gonna sound terrible. Fuck a Scottish person trying to do a South American accent. It's like a South American trying to do a fucking a Texan trying to do a Scottish accent. Miss Lloyd. Of course, she could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? Bloody point a gun at her. Fucking hell. No, never mind.
This must be American. He has to be American.
Probably. That's what I thought. Miss Lloyd.
I'm laughing at Evangeli Donut's comment. He says, South American, you know South America
Yeah,
speaks
do you know what I
Spanish,
realized
right?
when I said Southern US?
Southern
Fuck.
states.
What are they?
Southern states.
The Southern states, right? Fucking just imagine Texas. Yeah, I realized my faux pas when I was like, wait, South America? South America is like Mexico and shit.
I need to go to America, actually, because I've never been there. And
I went
then
to
I can
LA.
actually experience the broad spectrum
America.
for myself.
I'll be honest, it was a lot better when I went. But even when I went, there was in LA, right? There was a lot of homeless people, and it's gotten even worse since I went. So like, it's just not nice, right? You think this is one of the richest states. Like, out of all the states in the USA, California is one of the richest, if not the richest, right? I think it still is even now. And I was like,
There are
there's so many
loads of homeless people you'll find in all sorts of cities. Like, I'm in London, I see homeless people sleeping on the streets here as
Mate,
well.
it's super bad. They have like almost
Yeah.
towns of like homeless people. It's worse in the US. It really is.
I mean, the
and they
USA
don't-
does everything bigger. Everything is bigger in the
do
USA.
Man, you come back to the UK and everything feels like it's a fucking Wendy house. You know, it's like a little dollhouse. Everything's tiny in comparison. There's so much space there. And the
Eventually,
rollers
Donut
are
says,
fucking
wait a
massive.
few years. So yeah, the thing is that I never felt the urge to go to the USA because whenever I went on holiday, I always figured, man, I could go somewhere a little more exotic. Like, I think of the USA as being more of what I'm used to.
Nah.
Whereas-
It's quite different, man.
Hmm.
You should. Well, if you go, take me, man. I'll go with you if you're going anywhere. Unless you want to make it like a couples trip or whatever the fuck. But like,
That's the other thing
definitely.
as well. Like, any holiday I do now will be with my wife. and we'll just go sightseeing.
I mean, first of all, you should be going on trips with your wife, and then you can go on a trip on your own. You don't people don't always go. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go to America, you probably would take your partner, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you could try New York. I mean, New York. Oh God, they all have. But there's definitely
New York
lots
is
of
the
other
one that
places.
I think would be interesting, simply because I like seeing the tall buildings. I remember when I was in Dubai, and I really, really enjoyed seeing all those buildings there, especially the Burj Khalifa.
You should go to Europe, man. It's easy for us from here to go to Europe if you're gonna go with the.
Meme
the
Reg
wife.
is on. Hello, mate.
Hello, Meme Reg. Anyway, let's continue. I need you to be brave. Be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You are a journalist after all, are you not? Meme Reg saying, is this live? No, it's not
It
live.
is live.
No, it's not. This is not live. This is pre-record. We're AI.
We predicted that you'd come on.
Dang it. I can't stay. Fucking can't do this. So bad.
Come on.
You got me so.
I can't stay quiet any
Just
longer.
fucking shove. Don't finish him. I can't stay quiet any longer.
Why are you saying can't like that? That's a British way of saying it.
Because I can't fucking do a proper fucking Texan accent or whatever the fuck. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? Fuck, this is fucked up, my voice is even more. I think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all.
The truth.
Real journalists don't lie.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's bollocks.
There are no real journalists in the world, people. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. Well,
Better.
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed you this before.
Yeah, why didn't you show us your laser pen?
What is it? It's the laser pointer I used on the president. Fuck. But that's all I done. I never shot nobody. You stupid. He was going to say bitch, wasn't he? I thought I told you. You squeal and you go down as an accomplice.
Wait a minute. If it was just a laser pen... No, she had a gun, didn't she? She tossed it in the trash.
There was a gun that was tossed in the trash that had a laser sight on it. So, but yeah, I
Wait,
mean, if
what's
this was
this
staged,
then?
this is the thing that she used. They probably planted the gun there.
Wait a minute. Check the photos again, please.
So they have the gun, right? Wait, there, right?
Yeah, we
Oh,
got the gun with the laser. So what's she using?
So in the
What's she just
photo, you
given?
can't see a gun, right? It's just a laser pen. Now, the question you have to ask is, why did you aim the laser pen at the back of the person in front
Wait,
of you?
if she... Wait a minute, wait. She had a laser pen and a gun with a laser pointer on it?
No, she didn't have the gun. The gun they planted in the bin beforehand, probably. I don't think
Oh,
she ever
okay,
held the
right.
gun, because why would you risk her using an actual gun?
Yeah, she could actually
know-
shoot fucking prosecutor down there and Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
maybe.
Bill. I did not have sexual relations with her.
That woman.
Someone was talking about the fucking. Someone left a comment on. It was about the Bill Clinton jokes and fucking
Eve
First
Eve
Air.
First
It was
Era.
one of the. It was one of those videos. I saw a comment recently about it. It was him. He told me to do it. Have you heard the controversy around a online person called the Hawk Tour girl and her shitcoin?
Something like I'm vaguely aware of it, but I really don't care.
So summary, she got involved with people who did cryptocurrency with her name on it.
I
And it
understand
all-
she took a lot of money.
Yeah, she got paid for it, but I don't think she realized it was a scam, but it was a scam. Whether she knows or not is different. So like, there's a lot of shit going on about that, and she disappeared for a couple of months. Recently came back and did one more of her podcast, but then that apparently the episode was leaked instead of profit. Yes, it's funny. Anyway, a message to anyone that's watching this: do not buy cryptocurrency from any fucking creators. If I offer you an Ashmanic cryptocurrency bullshit thing, do not fucking buy it. You know, it's a scam. It's all a scam. Stay away from crypto unless you know what you're doing. Anyway, I was at Zheng Fai's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you. This was 3 days back. He comes to me out of the blue, just starts talking. Help me out and I'll get you exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. But what about the gun in the trash can? That I don't know nothing about, I swear it. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point that there pointer at the president. I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry, truly I am.
Yeah, get in there. You need to.
I mean, look, you know how I don't sit there in front of the mirror and practice any of these voices, right? I think, even though that sounds cringe, if I did a bit of that and I actually listened to people that have these accents and shit, maybe I'd get slightly better. Evangelion singing Monica Blueklinski, was that the name they used?
That was the name of the girl, yeah.
Evangelion says she stole millions facts. This is the Hawk Tour girl. I don't think crypto is cancer, but I think it's caused cancer.
The facts is because of what you were talking about crypto, and then he said crypto is cancer.
Yeah, do not buy crypto from any influencer. I mean, if you're going to buy crypto, you should have done it about 15 years ago, personally, and held on to it. Anyway, thank you,
and not be that guy who lost his hard drive in the trash.
There was a guy, so there were,
oh, that's in the UK, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy. Well, that I don't know if that was that true. No, it was in the news.
Yeah, his hard drive was sent to the landfill, and he's been trying hard to get the permission to go through the landfill and get that hard drive back because it's got like shitloads of bitcoins on it. And the judge was like, "Ha, fuck off."
Haha, you can't be rich. There was a guy in the early days of crypto in America.
Who bought pizza?
He bought a pizza for 36,000 bitcoins.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
People are like, do you regret that? But it's like, if you knew that I mean, you can't fucking know everything. 36,000 bitcoin though? Oh, fuck me! Anyway. Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. It ought to go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. What's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight, as you successfully removed me from this case as you'd intended. Perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet. Did he just shoot himself?
Almost.
What the fuck?
That's what happens when you keep your finger on the trigger, man. Also, that is a face.
I know. So let me get this straight. You told Tabby if you let slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Why would you even tell her about the assassination plot? Why wouldn't you just tell her just point the laser at the president? I thought that's what she said. She said I didn't know anything about a gun. Or something like that.
Of all the dirty.
Meme Reggie's saying he has even offered up to give 25% to the council. Wow. Also, did you see that picture from an old StarCraft contest? First prize was like $100, second and third were cash, but 5th to 8 were like 25 Bitcoin. I mean, look, it's like...
No, I did not see that.
I haven't seen that, but I'm not surprised because it was worth fuck all at the time. I said no such thing.
Hold it. Hold it.
Blah, blah, blah. President Wang.
I totally forgot he was here. Give it up, Knight. This time we came clean. It's our only choice.
Now, let's just summarize. Apparently, this assassination was a sham, yet there is still a dead man lying there in the middle of this aeroplane.
Yeah, I think everyone's actually kind of forgotten about that.
He's lying there literally bleeding all over the place. So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt.
I do. I'm sorry.
But why? Why do something? Why is no one... They just don't care, do they? About this.
We'll get to him, don't worry.
I know the game will, but this is so heartless. Why do something like that?
My popularity has been on the wane back home.
I do not want to relate this to any of the current politics. This is dodge.
It's really funny because
I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed.
Oh my god, I had a conversation with someone talking about a certain thing that was an attempt. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, the staged one. I was like, mate, what? I don't know about no staged shit. I just think there was a picture that was taken that, whatever your politics, looked fucking badass. But yes, anyway,
I don't know if you saw, but that one became a meme, and in Japan there's like loads of fan art of that
It's pretty...
with various characters.
Mate, I'm just gonna say, if I was shot at and I was bleeding and I was able to stick my fist up in the air like fucking something from My Hero Academia with the flag, the Scottish and the British flag behind me.
Mate,
and
you're saying My Hero Academia. I'm just going to say JoJo.
it's a JoJo moment, isn't it? Your arms sit fucking up there, the flag's behind you, and there's dudes, there's Secret Service agents with the sunglasses. Fuck me, right? It's like, anyway, carry on.
I cannot wait for part 7. It really should come this year.
Talking about it, part 7 of like
JoJo.
world politics or JoJo.
JoJo and world politics.
I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies, all of it.
And the bullet in the vest.
Done before.
It was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today.
Except for my conscience.
I mean, there was no way a bullet that was going in Rook's armpit was going to hit him in the chest.
Bulletproof vest data updated in my organizer.
Also,
Black
has
Tie
anyone
saying,
checked for an exit wound?
no. Is it bad to quote Tourette's people? Probably, if they're swearing in it, or if it's racist.
Piss in my ass! Is the only one I can remember. South Park, if you're wondering. Have you seen the Tourette Syndrome episode?
I don't. Is it a more recent one?
No.
Maybe, but it was a long time ago I watched South Park.
Oh man, I've been watching South Park recently. Still funny. And even some of the new episodes are real funny. I watched the Chat GPT one. That was great.
I need to. I feel like I have to get back into it, and I think I watched the episodes online on some website. And
forget that, man. I've got it all downloaded.
I mean, yes, but you know what I mean. We're selling the high seas because it's. And I marathoned like. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of sailing the high seas, right? God, some people have been talking about the idea that they want to do the TV licensing and extend it to people who do Netflix. Right?
They can't do that though, because that's not the BBC. Man, get fucked.
I know. I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no reason for them to do that.
No.
And then
who says that? I've not heard anyone say that. Who has been saying that?
Well,
Who's suggesting that we extend it to Netflix? Who?
They're coming up with all sorts of ideas because
Is it the government?
They have to, yeah, government. Because what's been going on is obviously viewership and payment of.
People don't want to
TV
watch
licenses.
the BBC because they don't want to pay for the fucking license, and they don't.
No,
see...
right now, people don't pay for the license because they're like, man, we don't watch live TV, we watch online. So at first, and this was like a year or two ago, they were floating the idea of, and this was the last government, by the way, they were floating the idea of a broadband tax. That hasn't gone anywhere. Yes, that was what they were thinking, and then now that has been supplanted with this idea, which is that, okay, limit it from broadband to people who are streaming online.
Which is almost everyone.
And so the full... But then, like, and I really hope this one is bullshit, but the latest I've heard, and yeah, like I said, I really hope this is bullshit, is like they're thinking that, okay, for people who use multiple streaming services, will be charged multiple times. So $160 per streaming service. And when I read that one, I was like, fuck all of you guys. I will literally unsubscribe from every single one of them and just torrent everything for the rest of history.
So the thing is, right? The whole thing about tax, whenever they give you a reason for why they're doing it, it's to make money, right? And
yes,
one of the problems
BBC
they
one, was
Well, I mean,
always to be maintaining that. And I'm like, we're paying fucking Netflix, we're paying Amazon, we're paying all these guys because they're running it, not you.
But the government has fuck all money and the economy's fucked. It's the same in a lot of Western countries. I think we've talked about this off air, right? A lot of times how this economy is fucked, right? And it's not just because of current governments or previous governments. It's like the world economy is fucked because of various shit, including stuff like the credit crisis in 2008, leaving a lasting effect, and all sorts of other bullshit.
I don't believe we ever truly recovered from that. Like, people are like,
ever.
oh, things have been there. I'm like, no, we never recovered from that. It always felt bad since then.
We've never fully recovered from it. And so what happens, right? We need money. Government has no money. They have to raise taxes. And things like road tax, they were making less and less money, partly every year, because the cars were becoming more efficient. And road tax was becoming fuck all, right? And they need the money for road tax for like whatever shit they want to waste the money on. And so as that gets lower and lower every year, they have to have new reasons to have tax. And then they just started putting normal tax on electric cars above a certain price or some bullshit, because again, they need the money. And so with less and less people giving a fuck about the BBC, and there's a lot of people that have like issues with the BBC, whether they're well-founded or not, and they're just like, fuck this, I'm not paying for no license. Netflix is better, right? Or it just gives me more, or Crunchyroll, whatever the fuck. So
it gives me more of what I want.
Yeah,
like, I don't care about what's on BBC apart from maybe 2 or 3 shows.
The BBC, look, I think the BBC is overall has been a great thing. Recently, maybe not so much. But if it's that, paying 100 and whatever pounds for a license just for 1 or 2 shows, or just not watching it.
Me and Rach is looking into it. It says, looked into it. The current BBC charter expires in 2027. After this, they are talking about having BBC have adverts and introducing a radio tax.
What's the point? Nobody listens to fucking radio.
So when the headline is Netflix users soon to pay a license fee, the detail is if they listen to radio. There has to be more to it than that, because like
that
you
makes
just said,
what's radio got anything to do with Netflix? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know about anything. Is there radio on Netflix? Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
mate, it's fucking what the. I mean, maybe there's a. No, there has to be more to that. But they have to make the money, right? They have to make money because governments, they need, first of all, they need more money to try and, well, the current government's trying to like raise money for various shit, and there's no money, so they need to raise it for that. Also, in this current climate, they need to raise the budget spending on the military because of obvious reasons. Because they've underfunded it for fucking long time, and they've just realized, wait a minute, our army's fucking shit. It's not big enough to actually do fuck all in the current world stage. So, mate, that military shit on its own is a massive increase in budget. So, like, they have to make the money somewhere, and it's gonna be, we're gonna raise taxes somewhere. So, I'm not surprised by this, but I don't like it. But hey ho, I never liked tax. But let's just carry on. But then, what was up with the killer?
We'll look into this later, man. I can't be asked right now.
I'm just
Our plan got out somehow. Fuck. And then he just appeared, hell-bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one.
Wait, what?
Oh.
What the fuck? Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. Wait, why? He'd hope to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. But wait a minute, he must have been paid, because I feel like he's a man that, you know, does the job.
He's a man who does the job for money, so someone paid him to be here. It's true. Meme Reg says, instead of a license fee, how about every BBC presenter has an OnlyFans where 50% goes to the government? Honestly, it'd probably make more money than the license fee does.
I don't know, man. How many of them would you... I mean, I'm not an OnlyFans fan. So... or how about they pay the BBC presenters less than 100k a year? Because some of them get phenomenal salaries.
Or better yet, just make the BBC sell stuff. Like, don't they already sell their shows? Don't they make money from all that?
I know the latest Doctor Who was like part paid for by Disney.
Oh my god, what?
It didn't do too well. I'll just say that. But it was like funded or part funded by Disney or something. So because then they were able to show it on the Disney streaming thing. Do you know the Disney streaming thing's never made a profit? Apparently, that's what I've heard.
None of them have really turned a profit yet. I think maybe Netflix and Amazon Prime.
No,
have,
Netflix turns a profit because it's been there for a long time and it's.
I'm
like,
thinking of Spotify.
Spotify. So all of these companies are like fucking Spotify and shit are all like Silicon Valley fucking things.
The
like
thing
Discord
about
and shit as well.
what you're touching on is that all of these streaming services are massive loss leaders, and yeah, Netflix is raising its prices again. I saw that and I was pissed off, right? Because I'm already paying for the premium one and sharing things so that my brother can use it, and then we split the cost. But it's going up quite a bit, and I'm like, man, fuck off. You're making me not want to.
It's become like Sky again. Remember when Sky was like, oh, you know, you get all these channels and all that, and then the price became fucking ridiculous. And then Netflix came and went, wait a minute, I don't have to pay.
The price was always ridiculous for Sky.
Yeah, I don't have to pay this much, and I can get so much stuff with Netflix, and it's the place to go to because it's the streaming service. And it was like, this is cool. It was worth it. Even now, if you're paying the amount they want to ask now, it was worth it because all the streaming stuff was Netflix, right? But now you've got fucking 500 different streaming services, so it became like cable or Sky again. And you're like, oh, I have to pay for Disney for this stuff, and I have to pay for Netflix for this stuff, and Crunchyroll for this stuff, and this for this stuff. And it's
The only
oh,
reason I even have Disney Plus right now is because I got a fucking year free. It's limited to 1080p, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Mate,
1080p, 4K, alright, fine, whatever.
I got fucked over. Remember you gave me the thing for Disney Plus for free?
And that code didn't work or something.
No, it diverted me to like, oh, first you need to sign up. You don't have an account. I was like, what? Why isn't sign up? What? And then somehow I signed up, and then I said, yeah, I want to have the thing. And it fucking just charged me. I was like, what happened to my fucking free bloody... Anyway, I enjoyed watching the worst show ever. What was it? She-Hulk Attorney at Law. That was a good watch.
I enjoyed that. That was fun though.
That was terrible. It was great for it. But then I cancelled my Disney Plus.
As you should. Although I will say Disney Plus, I do applaud their preservation. They are actually keeping old shit there.
They're getting rid of some stuff though. They got rid of, well, there are newer shows. I've heard that they might get rid of some shows as well because of the cost to try and save money. They might take some things off Disney Plus. So, Evangelido says at least it wasn't Velma. I did watch Velma as well, but I didn't pay for that because I.
You watched season 2.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well. Well, it wasn't as good as season 1. It was just a bit meh. But anyway, let us continue.
Yeah, let's finish this bit.
Have you read this bit?
There is one thing I don't understand though.
Oh, and what would that be?
Why did Rook have to die?
What? What? Why are you asking that question?
If the whole thing was fake, how did he wind up getting killed for real?
Wait, why
We've
are
been
you
wondering the same thing, Mr. President.
Why is he asking us this question? Like... That's true, and therein lies the real question.
He was a fine bodyguard. The best, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, he put a bullet in the arm of Shelley to kill her, right?
Oh yeah.
He may not have been a native of Zhengafar, but he was someone I could fully trust.
Just gonna stay out of this one.
Someone's looking suspicious. Mr. Rick must have been really something to gain the trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow. Wow, that was...
Sounds like he was as trustworthy to the president as I am to you, huh, sir?
I mean, technically you're right, but...
He is trustworthy. He's just not capable.
Does it
or
mean
competent.
anything? I believe that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too then, correct?
He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. What?
Wait, what?
Why? I tried to involve him, but he refused.
What?
How do you involve him and he refuses? Like, what do
Why
you
would
say?
he
Hey,
refuse?
Rook,
It's your
would you like
bodyguard."
to take part in this fake assassination attempt? It's like, no, sir. But I will
okay.
still guard you.
And you would have done well to listen to him.
This is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted.
But you wasted our fucking time by pretending to, like...
All of this was a red herring.
What was so great about him anyway? Oh,
Oh,
fuck you,
shut
Knight.
it, Knight.
Oh, man, fuck you.
Just because you got throttled.
Dude, what a fucking bastard. I don't know, that he really rubbed me the wrong way there. What's
He's
gotten
the
into it?
prosecutor. Sorry, not prosecutor, but he's the other guy in this game then. If he's got a voice, we're going to be seeing a lot of him.
He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more.
Mr. Knight, how could you?
Look at this, President Wang actually not seeming like a complete dick. Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? Oh my god. Well, that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most. What are you talking about? He took a fucking bullet from you, mother...
We don't actually know that. We don't know how he took the bullet and in what circumstance.
But I value your support too, of course, but...
What is he doing? Is he fucking pressing buttons? Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. I'm the captain now, bitch. That's all that matters. And now that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. You're a
Holy
bodyguard, mate.
shit.
What is he, like, is he the king now? What is this?
The
What
knight
is
has
this?
been promoted.
Thanks to me, genius strategist, Grand Master, rightful leader of this team. I bet you're not Grand Master at chess, man. Shut the fuck up.
We are all well aware of your ambitions, Knight.
Where are we?
But doesn't this seem a little imprudent to you?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why? My plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and as they always will be. Mate, you're making yourself look like the person who got Rook killed.
He's going off on a power trip when there's a dead man on the floor.
And he's not even pretending to show fucking respect for someone who is his senior, and who's taken a bullet in the line
In
of
the
duty.
armpit.
Whether someone shot him that was his ally or whether it was an enemy doesn't matter. That's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Lol. Yeah, no thanks to you and that buffoon Rook.
Wait a minute. What did he do? Like, no thanks to you. What, Edgeworth, who wasn't here until after your plan failed?
And how exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? He's just being a bitch. If he hadn't died, the killer would have never come after me. Huh? And I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane. Oh yeah, the Shelley the killer took him hostage, right? And then that's how they got on the plane.
Right, but this is still stupid. It's like, my plan would have succeeded if it didn't fail.
I hate this guy. I really fucking hate this Knight guy. I hope he gets
Please.
killed. I just hope he gets his comeuppance. He's just such a fucking asshole, and I'm pretty sure he's responsible for Rook's death somehow.
I find him entertaining. He'll be great fun to watch if he's going to be this hypocritical as the game goes on.
Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that.
Fine, the guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he always wanted.
You know, I don't want the president to stick around anymore. Now that he's lost all his, all his
Muscles.
gusto, then I just don't want to
Cook's
see him
biased. I liked him because he was hench, but now he's got no muscles, he can get lost.
anymore. No, he just looks so sad now.
Looks like a sad
go away,
dog.
please.
Yeah. But did he die protecting the president? Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on, do I have to say everything twice?
Yeah, welcome to 20 minutes ago, okay?
We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through that balloon. But the second, that wasn't me. Oh, really? Then who did it fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. Interesting that he's just said
He was
that.
in the crowds.
His plan was to come after the president with a knife. I mean, what, the fucking knife he was holding the wrong way? No, the most likely suspect here is a piece cowering quietly in the corner. Come on.
We're going back to Tabby Lloyd.
Our lily white queen over there. Lily white, what the fuck? What? Oh, why have you got a bear trap on you?
She should have been facing the other way. Miss Lloyd.
Again with this, I'm not your dang assassin. Fucking hell. But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it.
Man, how long is this case?
The gun, man, all of these fucking cases are long. The gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. This is fucking weak evidence. Oh, shit.
Oh, yes! Nice gambit.
Wait, this is me, I forgot. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Brooke escort the president back onto them. I don't know why I thought it was... I left Rook...
The spotlight is on you, mate, and you just freeze.
I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage.
Why?
That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. This is all fucking stupid.
That's literally all bullshit he's pulled out of his ass right now.
So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth.
Actually, the knight can protect anyone.
He protects the king. This guy is scum. Do you want to translate? He means that his only concern was protecting the president.
To be fair, that is his job.
Yeah, but you don't have to be so fucking...
Callous about it, yeah.
Yeah. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess?
Why are we still playing chess?
But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter, it's still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win!
I don't know how we managed to get a stalemate when I was much younger. My brothers and I would play chess, right, against each other. And I do remember this one really stupid one where we refused to acknowledge a stalemate and we only had 2 kings left.
Anyway. Well, yeah, that's what brothers are about, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case, but this is where our battle really begins. Right, let's see. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back on the plane. The victim really didn't take part in your little plan then, did he? Nope, and we kept him in the dark on the details. So he really thought the president was in danger? But wait, he must have noticed that the shot came from right next to him. Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. And even if he did know it was a sham, he still had a job to do. He still had to protect his king. And he was able to make a judgment like that in a split second. Impressive. He really was as capable as they say. Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. This is bullshit. I made it so he had no choice but to go along with our little performance. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. Is that a translation error? Should that be wine?
No, it was actually grape juice. It was never wine, even in the Japanese version.
Oh, wow. And what was the victim doing during all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway, when I came back out, Rick was lying there on the ground.
Hold it!
Where on the ground, exactly?
Where he is right now.
Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut, though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before he closed it. And thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart.
Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk that way.
He may have
may-
kept you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here now to save your good name. I'd call that dereliction of duty. What would you call it? An honorable try, which is more than what you'd give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is. You fucking suck. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage.
Hold it!
Why?
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. The laser sight was on the head though. Why would you open it right?
And they didn't seem to be seeing it, so that's bullshit as well.
We moved into covering positions and used them to shield the president. So the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive
But
shield.
also, the laser was what she had been planted with, and they knew about it. So this is pointless anyway.
Mr. Rook didn't though. Do you really believe Miss Lottie to be that skilled a marks person?
Mark's
No.
person.
Yeah, that's can't say marksman now. What? She was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it was pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attaché cases and through the gap in his vest. Seems crazy to me too, but the facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million. The sure hit the bullseye and the proof is in your hands.
Devil's luck, huh?
Is there anything in the evidence that proves otherwise? What do we have for this? Found a
Two
trash can.
shots.
2 spent bullets, same model as the victims.
I got one for you.
What?
Have a look at where she was standing. The left side of the stadium, right? I say stadium. Left crowd. He was hit in his left armpit. And he's on the right side of the president.
Yeah, there's
So
no...
his left armpit is facing away. There's no way he would have been hit in that pit from that direction.
But what he's saying is he might have got shot when they were in the plane and he was closing the door. So that, like, the orientation of people would be different from this picture, right? At that spot in time. So it's
Look at the picture
possible.
where they're holding the cases up.
Yeah,
He's
but
holding
this
it
is-
up in front of his left arm.
Yeah, but what Knight said is they might have got shot when they were in the plane and he was closing the door.
Well,
We'll
he's
see,
closing
we'll
the
see.
door. He would have been using his right arm for that if his left arm was using the briefcase. He said he was holding the briefcase up.
Yeah, but
I don't know how I would articulate that to him in this game.
yeah, that's the problem, right? So the second shot had nothing to do with you. Right, and that one was fired by your little friend. Imagine the scoop she'd have bagged if it had hit its mark. I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts, I report them. Yeah, a journalist who signed up to a fake assassination plan in the hopes of getting a story. Yep. That's not... Look, I'll admit it, I set the whole thing up.
Ooh.
And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. Bloody hell.
Well, we got an admission.
You were the one who had decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up too. Now, they're suggesting... So this is going to be the thing, right? The gun was identical to Mr. Rook's.
But he
Right.
just said that it was her idea to bring the gun.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking. Maybe this is how we get them.
That sounds
So
a bit odd to me.
So Mr. Knight suggesting that he first fired one shot and then Miss Lloyd fired one more.
No, here
Yeah.
you go, because there were 2 shots fired from that gun.
Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. Beats me where she would have got one from, but hey, his entire testimony is pure conjecture. You can't prove any of it. You imagine going admitting to the lesser crime to avoid the death penalty? Yeah, makes sense. You're right, let's hit him with some cold hard and undeniable evidence. What?
You know, that one is one of my favorite cases in the 3rd game, where there's that thief who got himself found guilty for burglary. Was it burglary or was it just theft? I can't remember. So that he wouldn't get found guilty of murder. Do you remember that case in the 3rd game?
Who was it? What was the guy?
The guy who had like a magnifying lens for one of his eyes. Look at me. That's it.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, the mask demask case. That's a great one. That whole game is great.
I wanted to look it up. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, God, I forgot about that guy. Bloody hell. Yeah, admitting to the lesser crime. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rick escort the president back onto the plane.
Have we looped? Have we looped now?
Yeah.
All
And I
the
came back
testimony?
Yes.
Alright.
Like on the ground. Mr. Jarvis must have shot Rick while we were. That single killer shot, right? It's
There.
probably...
It's the gun. It's 2 shots.
So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook. Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. While what you've proposed would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard, the gun from the trash can itself also has been fired twice. Oh shit!
Oh, that face. It's so awkward.
Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple, because it was planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. Somebody faked the evidence? Yes, and if you think about it, their reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon. I get it, so that's why it got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely, as we have already proven, the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. Which makes it entirely plausible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Huh. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. Well, why don't you get to the point? You've come this far, spit it out. Oh, I intend to, don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was, him.
Take that!
It's gonna be him.
You, Mr. Knight. You're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Ooh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh?
Surely not. Surely you wouldn't have.
It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook alone together. Sounds romantic. And that was when the third bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
Wow. Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a third one now? You just said only 2 gunshots were heard. Wanna tell me how that works?
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight, if you close the door. Nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire. But wasn't the president right next door? Very true, which means he may have heard the shot himself. No, it was probably soundproof. Well, Mr. President?
I didn't hear anything.
But you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not?
The camera in this room isn't normally on.
Is that the one that's broken?
What's the point then?
I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room.
Is it at least recording the whole time?
I mean, I bet you isn't. And that's what you did this time too, right?
Well, fuck me, I forgot.
What's gotten into it? Mr. President, this is vitally important.
Boris Johnson.
Please, President, why?
I'm fine. I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real?
Yes, because I hate the sound of guns.
And I think on that note, we'll leave it here.
Listen to the goddamn music.
I know, this is a good point to jump back on.
Yeah, leave it.
Because, like,
I just know I'm going to forget that he deflated, and when the next stream starts and I see him again, I'm going to be laughing my head off.
Like, what the fuck? I forgot
Especially
about
since we're seeing him buff again over here.
Ivan Jedi said Ashmanix draws that face as a new emoji when, oh, like the guy's shooting himself. Lol. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Ace Attorney Investigations Collections, Part 2. I am Ashmanix. Pixel is Pixel.
As always.
And we'll hopefully see you guys next week. See ya.
Good night, everyone.